Lord, I'm separated. I'm living life for you. I lay my life down at your feet for your use. Come purify my heart, clean out my mind, so I can live a life that's pleasing to you, a life that is poured out for you. All I wanna do is bring you glory and honor. It's all for you.
오늘은 이렇게 입고 출근해 보려고 합니다. 제가 최근에 르메르에서 블랙 기본 탱크탑을 구매해서 이렇게 한번 입어봤고요. 지난주에 언박싱으로 보여드렸던 소피보아의 이어링도 함께 착용해봤습니다. 팔찌도 같은 브랜드의 제품이에요. 그리고 바지는 리던의 제품 착용해봤고요. 가방은 제가 즐겨 착용하는 발렌시아가의 빈티지 백 들어줬어요. 그럼 전 이렇게 입고 출근해 보겠습니다.
I know you come as you please. Still I wait so patiently. Your kiss is so heavenly. You made a pagan believe. Your love is safe with me. I'm done with self-misery. Your touch is so heavenly. You made a pagan believe. You made a pagan believe. Your touch is so heavenly. Your touch is so heavenly. You made a pagan believe. I know God is a woman, 'cause you showed me how to love. Nothing seems so important, then you came and showed me up. I've been praying for something to believe in other than me back since 2013. I know that I shouldn't put you on a pedestal, 'cause everything is great and I need to be more critical, but I'm so sick of watching paint dry, staring out the window, hands tied. So I'ma bring you some earth to the sky, giving me life in the dead of the night. Yeah, I know you come as you please. Still I wait so patiently. Your kiss is so heavenly. You made a pagan believe. Your love is safe.
Well then, hello, I'll introduce myself. The name BC Hill, name is Hot Ladies Melt. Got a whole lot of lines that get stuck in my mind, but I ain't frontin' on it all. Let's get back and rewind. My motto, slow way, smile, ever since to correct. My bars show my style, better watch on the mic. And yeah, go full throttle if the melody's tight. Cause when I step and say a line, sure it's something you like. Yo, 1, 2, 3 to the 4. My heart stay falling when I'm walking through your door. No conversation about the waiting from last week. We both leave sweating like athletes. So you wanna roll with me and that's good. If you wanna start approaching me with that look, first glance, first dance had a man hooked. About to show her in the morning how a man could. Hey, hey.
I feel your rhythm inside of me. What I like to see, hands on your body.
오늘은 이렇게 입고 출근해 보려고 합니다. 지난주에 언박싱으로 보여드렸던 3가지 제품을 한 번에 착용을 해봤어요. 바지는 찰랑거리는 세틴 소재의 팬츠고요. 아미라는 브랜드의 제품입니다. 그리고 탑은 Our Legacy라는 브랜드의 약간 비침이 있는 조금 반짝이는 소재의 니트 가디건이에요. 귀걸이는 소피 부아의 드롭 이어링 한번 착용해봤어요. 여기에 컬러를 맞추기 위해서 오늘은 로서울의 가방 한번 코디해봤습니다. 그럼 저는 이렇게 입고 다녀올게요.
They wanna take me away, throw me in the backseat rainy day. Maybe promise I wouldn't stay. If it was up to me, you know I would've stayed. I tried to make new friends so I can pretend I can fall in love again. Your picture on my wrist, I can relive. I can fall in love again.
컵이 약간 굴곡인데?
I've been getting high in my basement. Another day goes by where I don't say shit. I think I'm losing now. I've been flying high in my spaceship. Another sad song that's so basic. I think I'm losing now. They wanna take me away, throw me in the backseat rainy day. Made me promise I wouldn't say. If it was up to me, you know I would've stayed. No, I would've stayed. I tried to make new friends so I can pretend I can fall in love again. Your picture on my wrist so I can relive. I can fall in love again. I've been getting high in my basement.
o sol se pôs, pensei em nós dois. Foi a alma que morreu. Tudo escureceu bem ao meio-dia. Foi no apogeu, quem diria que seria o fim de você. Mas quando eu olho nos olhos, é tudo bem diferente. A boca fala, mas o coração